My child, I need you to stop everything you are doing right now and listen very closely to what I am about to reveal to you, because heaven is currently locked in on something incredibly disturbing that concerns your life. At this very moment, while you go about your day, there are leaked chats being read in the spiritual realm, digital conversations that were never meant to see the light of day. And what is inside them is an evil plan set to unfold against you. As soon as tomorrow, you might be wondering how this is possible or who could be behind it. And the answer is heartbreaking, because these chats are not from strangers. They are between two people who are very close to you, two people you trust, two people who smile in your face while holding a dagger behind your back. These leaked chats expose everything: the time, the place, and the specific method of attack they are planning to execute against you within the next 24 hours. It is shocking, I know, to think that the people you break bread with are the same ones plotting your downfall, but these chats warn men and reveal the darkness that has been hiding in plain sight. You need to understand how heaven got hold of this information, who is behind the leak, and exactly what they are planning to do to you before the sun rises again. Most importantly, you need to know the identities of these two faces that greet you with warmth, but harbor cold jealousy in their hearts. All of this, every single hidden detail, is going to be revealed in this message today, so do not let your attention waver for even a second. Heaven is very busy right now, my child, but I need you to understand that the angels are not busy preparing for a celebration, nor are they planning for a spiritual war, and they are not engaged in any typical heavenly ritual or divine event. This time, the activity in heaven is focused on something far more urgent, far more personal to you, and far more dangerous than anything you have faced recently. Right now, the eyes of heaven are rereading something disturbing, scanning over the lines of these leaked chats between two people who have access to your life. These are chats that were never supposed to surface, conversations that were encrypted with malice and hidden under layers of deceit, revealing what no one was ever supposed to know. Inside these digital exchanges is something unexpected and shockingly evil. These are not harmless conversations or venting sessions between friends. They are plans, calculated, cruel, specific, and already in motion. And trust me, my child, these leaked chats cannot be ignored because they threaten your immediate future. We cannot look away this time because, according to what is written in black and white in those messages, the plan to destroy you begins tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow is the day they have marked on their calendar. Time is already slipping through your fingers like sand, and I cannot stay silent anymore because there is so much I must tell you to ensure your safety and victory. I have seen everything in these chats. Their step-by-step plan, the exact timing they intend to strike, the location they have chosen for your humiliation, the identities of the two betrayers, and most importantly, how you can stop them before it is too late. I am prepared to tell you everything, absolutely everything you need to know to protect yourself from this blindside attack. But for that to happen, I need something from you first. I need you to pause the world around you and just give me the next few minutes of your undivided attention. That is all I ask. Give me these minutes to expose the hidden truth, to show you what they are hiding in the dark, and to prepare you for what is coming so that you are not caught off guard. If you are ready to receive this protection, I want you to type, "I am listening," in the comments right now. Let this be your signal to heaven that you are awake and ready to uncover the trap set for you. By commenting, you are breaking the silence they depended on and aligning yourself with the truth that is about to set you free now. to make you understand everything about those leaked chats, I must start from the very beginning, from the exact moment those chats were exposed to the light. Because the way they were leaked was not just a coincidence or a glitch in technology, it was divine timing in its purest, most powerful form. Just 3 days ago, those two people close to you were not just chatting idly, they were planning, plotting, and strategizing evil against your name and your destiny. And where were they doing this? They were hiding in a messenger app, believing they were secure in their encrypted bubble. This messenger app was their so-called safe zone, the digital bunker where they felt comfortable removing their masks and showing their true, hateful colors. It was their secret hiding place, the platform they have used time and again to plot behind your back, laughing at your ignorance, thinking no one would ever find out what they were saying. But little did they know this so-called safe place would become the very graveyard of their plans, the place where their wicked schemes would go to die. It all started with one foolish, careless mistake that I allowed to happen. One of them failed to lock their device. There was no screen lock, no password, no fingerprint, no facial recognition, nothing standing between their secrets and the truth. The door to their darkest secrets was left wide open, and heaven saw the opportunity to intervene because, in that exact moment, the stars aligned in your favor to save you, while they were chatting mid-plan, deep in the details of how to harm you. The one with the unlocked device suddenly left the room. Something urgent came to their mind, a distraction sent from above, and they walked away from the device without thinking. They left the device unattended on the bed, sitting there wide open, glowing with the evidence of their betrayal. And that is when someone entered the room, not a spy, not a detective, not part of a setup, just someone close to them who walked in at the perfect time. That person wasn't looking for secrets. They had no intention of snooping, and they didn't know anything about the plan against you. Their presence in that room at that specific second was nothing short of divine intervention. They heard the device ding once, a sharp sound cutting through the silence, then it dinged again, and then again, demanding attention. At first, they ignored it, thinking it was nothing, but then a pull of curiosity took over, a nudge from the spirit to look. They picked up the device and simply swiped. It opened immediately with no resistance and no barrier to stop them. And what they saw on that screen shocked them to their core, freezing them where they stood. Because those messages were not just gossip, they were full of evil, deep betrayal, and a detailed attack scheduled specifically against you. And what that person did next changed the trajectory of everything, leaking the entire conversation to the one source that could help. Their next move leaked the entire conversation, breaking the circle of secrecy that your enemies relied on. And now, my child, if you are ready to hear exactly what was in those chats and how it all affects you, then give me your next few minutes, because it is time to reveal the full truth, to confirm you are still with me and ready for the revelation of what was written. Type "reveal the truth" in the comments. Let your voice be heard as we tear down the lies together. Let's begin to uncover the divine reaction to this discovery, my child. What happened next wasn't just an ordinary sequence of events. It was an at random chance or a stroke of luck that the device was found. It was divinely timed, orchestrated by a hand far greater than any human plan, setting the stage for your rescue. The person who found those chats, standing there with the glowing screen illuminating their face, did not panic in the way you might expect. They didn't run to the police in a frenzy, nor did they screenshot the evidence to post it online for the world to see and judge. They didn't engage in gossip, spreading the news to neighbors or mutual friends to seek attention or create a scandal. No, my child, their reaction was completely different because their spirit was guided by a higher wisdom. Instead of turning to the world for help, they ran straight to me. They turned their face toward heaven in that moment of crisis. They didn't just react with anger or fear, they responded with a deep, grounding faith that took control of the situation immediately. They got on their knees right there in the room, with the evidence of betrayal still fresh in their mind, and they called out to heaven with a desperation that pierced the atmosphere. And while the world kept spinning like nothing happened, oblivious to the battle raging in that room, I was already listening intently. I always listen, my child, but I listen with even greater intensity when he cries not for revenge, but for protection against the schemes of the wicked. Their voice trembled as they spoke, shaken by the depth of the evil they had just witnessed on that screen. Their heart raced in their chest, pounding with the shock of discovery, but their prayer was pure and untainted by malice. They didn't just pray for themselves or for their own safety in that moment of fear. They prayed for you, lifting your name up before the throne of grace because they realized you were the one in immediate danger. Yes, my child, they prayed specifically for you because they saw your name written in those wicked messages. They saw clearly that you were the target, the one these two betrayers were aiming to destroy. And without wasting a single second, without hesitation or doubt, they gave me everything they had found. In the spirit, they handed over the screenshots, the long and twisted conversation history, and the details of the plot. They laid out the exact time the attack was planned to happen, the way the plan unfolds step by step, and the location where they intended to ambush you. They revealed the dark intentions behind it all, exposing the heart of the betrayal to the light of truth. Every word that was typed, every detail that was plotted, everything was surrendered in that prayer. They handed it all over, not to the courts of men or the court of public opinion, but to heaven, where true justice is administered. And here is the question that flips everything, the question you must ask yourself to understand the magnitude of this grace. Why? Why would someone risk everything, risk their own relationship with these people, to protect you when you don't even know they saw the chats? What did they see in you that made you worth saving? What made them step in and intervene when others would have simply stayed silent to avoid conflict? Keep listening, child, because what they revealed next in those screenshots regarding your life will shake your entire world and change your perspective forever. And once you hear it, once you understand the depths of their envy, you will never look at those two people the same way again. Let's continue deeper into the truth of what was found. My child, those chats didn't just mention your name in passing, they exposed your future and the blessings that are about to hit your life. They described your coming breakthrough with a precision that shows they have been watching you very closely. They pointed straight at your financial elevation, acknowledging that you are on the brink of a massive shift in abundance. And worst of all, the chats revealed exactly how they plan to interrupt this blessing before it even reaches your hands. Yes, they want to sabotage your harvest before the seeds can even sprout, cutting off your blessing at the root so you never taste the fruit of your labor. But I need you to know right now that I didn't let them succeed, and I will not let them prevail. I didn't allow their plan to take root, and I blocked their hands before they could execute their wickedness. And no, I didn't stop it with thunder or fire from the sky, though I could have. I didn't shake the earth to scare them, nor did I split the sky to announce my presence. I allowed their plan to fall apart through something much simpler and more humiliating for the enemy. I stopped it through something small, something quiet, something holy, one unlocked screen left unattended, one sacred heart that was willing to listen, one prayer that was too bold to ignore. Because, my child, that is how I move. I use the foolish things to confound the wise. You think I need a massive storm to stop your enemies? No, I do not need a hurricane to save you. I just need one obedient soul who is in the right place at the right time. I have done this before, over and over again throughout history, to protect my chosen ones. Did I not use Esther, a woman placed inside the palace for such a time as this, to expose the wicked plans of Haman against my people? Just as it is written in Esther 7:6, where the adversary and enemy was revealed, so have I done for you today. Just as then I have positioned someone for you at the right place, at the right time, with the right heart to be your shield. There was someone who whispered your name in the throne room of heaven when you couldn't pray for yourself. And the moment they whispered, I moved instantly, because I am always ready to defend you. When evil speaks in secret, whispering in the dark corners, I still hear it like thunder rolling across the sky. But listen closely now, for the danger was not just about your bank account or your job. If you think their plan was only about your finances, you are not ready for what comes next in this revelation. Because what they truly wanted to destroy goes much deeper than money. They wanted to break your spirit. And that is why, my child, I had to act fast, faster than I usually move, to intercept this arrow. I had to be faster than your enemies, faster than time itself, to ensure you were left standing. Let me show you what they were really after, and why heaven has now stepped in with such force to block them. If you are ready to know the full extent of their plan, so you can close every door to the enemy, type I am protected in the comments. Let this be your declaration that no weapon formed against you shall prosper. My child, let us go deeper into the truth of their intentions, because their attack was never just about what you own or the material things you have gathered. It was never really about your money, your job position, or your physical possessions, even though those NGS might seem like the targets on the surface. No. The reality is far more spiritual and sinister than simple theft. The enemy's agenda goes much deeper than your bank account. You must understand that the enemy is not after your wallet. He is not threatened by your financial status or your worldly goods. He is after who you are becoming in the spirit. He is hunting the version of you that is about to emerge from this season of trial. He does not tremble at your bank account balance, no matter how high or low it is. What makes the darkness tremble is your calling, the specific assignment that heaven has placed upon your life before you were even born. He fears your future because he has seen glimpses of the impact you are destined to make on this world. He fears your purpose because he knows that once you step fully into it, you will be unstoppable. Above all, he fears the anointing I have placed on your life, that special touch of divine power that makes you different from everyone else. That is why the attacks feel so personal, so relentless, and so unexpectedly cruel. They are trying to break the vessel so the oil cannot flow. And that is exactly why I didn't just allow the chats to be seen by a witness. I intervened to ensure the plan was halted. I allowed you to be protected and them to be exposed, because your destiny is too important to be hijacked by jealousy. But listen closely, my child, because my protection is only the first step in this divine turnaround. I won't stop there, because I am in the business of redemption and reversal. I am actively turning what they designed to break you into the very thing that will build you up stronger than before. The very trap meant to wound you and leave you limping will become the weapon I use to lift you to your next level. I have already sent my angels ahead of you to dismantle their snares. The why are scattering their plans like dry leaves in the wind, blowing away the schemes of the wicked, so that nothing remains but dust. And I have already marked a moment on my divine calendar, a specific time that is coming very soon. In this divine moment, they will have no choice but to watch you rise, and they will watch helplessly, unable to stop your ascent. They will watch silently, choked by their own words and regretfully, wishing they had never touched God's anointed. This is happening because my word declares, no weapon formed against you shall prosper, and that promise is your shield today. It is written in Isaiah 5:17, an ancient decree that stands firm against every modern attack launched against you. And when I speak, my child, the universe listens and obeys. My word does not return to me void or empty, so you must be ready now, not to run away in fear, but to rise up in glory. You must be ready not to fight with your fists or your words, but to walk boldly into the future I have carved out just for you. This isn't just about exposure of your enemies, this is about the elevation of your spirit. And I, the Lord your God, I will be the one who lifts you up with my own righteous right hand. I am your defender, my beloved child, so listen to my voice because this message is tailored specifically for your heart. I watched you cry in silence when you thought no one was looking, when the weight of the betrayal felt too heavy to bear. I saw every single tear that fell, the ones that no one else noticed because you hid them so well. I saw you force a smile in public, wearing a mask of strength while your heart was literally breaking in private. I know the weight you've been carrying on your shoulders, the deep ache in your soul that medicine cannot cure, and the exhaustion you can't explain to your friends. You've been faithful through the PA, staying steady on your path even when your entire world was shaking violently. You've waited patiently through delays that made no sense, holding on to hope even when it hurt to believe. You stayed quiet through the heartbreak, trusting me when you had every valid reason to give up and walk away. And I want you to know something deeply, unshakably true about your current situation. This is not the end of your story. This is merely a plot twist that leads to glory. I'm rebuilding you in the dark, in the secret place where the enemy cannot see what is happening. Quietly, gently, and intentionally, I am putting the pieces of your life back together. I am making you stronger, wiser, and more beautiful than you were before the attack ever happened. What I am doing in the hidden places of your life is sacred work, a divine reconstruction of your soul. And soon, very soon, everyone will see what I was doing in secret when you emerge from this cocoon. Hold on, my child, and do not let go of my hand. Now don't give up. Now when you are so close to the breakthrough I have prepared, I'm coming through for you with a speed and a power you have not yet seen. I am not late, I am never uncertain, but I am always right on time. I am coming with everything you need to succeed, proving that you are not forgotten, but you are being restored. My beloved child, hear me clearly today and let this truth settle in your bones. Nothing you've gone through is wasted, not a single moment of your suffering has been in vain. Not the pain that kept you awake, not the mistakes you regret, not even the seasons where you felt completely lost or broken. I see it all, and I gather it all up like precious material. And I promise you this, I will use every single part of your history for your good. It doesn't matter how you ended up here or where you are right now in life. Whether it was from your own poor choices or the hurtful actions of others who betrayed you, I can use it. I'm bigger than it all. I am bigger than your mistakes and bigger than their attacks. I specialize in restoration, in the art of turning what was meant for harm into something holy and powerful. So keep the right attitude, my child. Do not let bitterness take root in your heart. Keep your heart soft and pliable in my hands, and keep trusting me even when you cannot trace me. Even when it's uncomfortable to grow, even when it feels like nothing is changing on the surface, know that you are growing deep roots. Know that I am working relentlessly behind the scenes, shaping your character to carry the weight of the glory to come. I am strengthening your spirit and preparing you for what's next, because you cannot go to the next level as you are. I will never let your suffering be meaningless. I will redeem every tear. I am turning it around right now, shifting the atmosphere in your favor. And when the dust settles, when the smoke clears from this battle, you will be stronger. You will be wiser, more discerning, and closer to me than ever before. You are not being buried by this attack, my child. You are being planted for a harvest. And what I'm growing in you during this season will bless generations to come. To claim this restoration and to signal to the heavens that you are ready to be rebuilt, I want you to make a declaration right now. Type "I am rising" in the comments below. Let the enemy see that his plan to bury you has failed and that you are sprouting new life instead. Hold on, my child, because I am not done with you yet. The story does not end with your restoration. It continues into your domination. Listen carefully to this next instruction, because this is the peace your heart has been searching for during those long, sleepless nights. You have been exhausting yourself, trying to connect the dots, trying to strategize a way out of this mess, but I need you to stop. You don't have to figure out the how. You don't need to know how I will fix this, how I will pay that bill, or how I will silence those enemies. That heavy burden of strategy was never yours to carry. It is too heavy for your shoulders, and it belongs solely to me. You must remember who is speaking to you. I am the one who controls the entire universe, keeping every planet in orbit and every star shining. I hold the stars in place with a word, and if I can manage the galaxies, I can certainly hold every detail of your life together. Do not be intimidated by the news or the reports of lack. I control the economy, not the systems of this world. I control the finances that flow through the earth, and I can redirect resources to you whenever I please. More importantly, regarding those two people plotting against you, you must understand that I control your enemies. Nothing escapes my authority, not even the secret intentions in the hearts of those who stand against you. I can turn their hearts like water, just like I caused Pharaoh to harden his heart to fulfill my ultimate plan for Israel's freedom. I can use your enemy's stubbornness for your gain. I will cause things to shift, align, and move in your favor, often using the very actions they meant for harm to push you toward your destiny. All of this will happen in my perfect timing, not a second too soon and not a second too late. You may be looking at other areas of your life that feel broken, perhaps a medical report that looks impossible to overcome. But do not worry about what the doctors say or what the statistics predict, because I am your healer, and the final say belongs to me. I decide the number of your days, and I am telling you right now that they are not over yet. You have much more life to live. You might be stressed about that situation at work where people seem more powerful than you, where they seem more connected and influential. You feel small compared to their titles and their networks. But I need you to know that this is not your battle to fight. The battle is mine. I am the one stepping into the ring on your behalf, and I have never lost a fight. Your job is not to figure out how it will work out or how you will defeat giants. Your job is simply to trust me, to stay in a posture of faith, and to walk in obedience to the instructions I give you. I will take care of the rest. I will handle the complexities that are too difficult for you to understand. So take a deep breath, my child, and let go of the anxiety that has been tightening your chest. You are not alone in this. You never were alone, even in the moments when the silence felt deafening. I'm already working on the how, putting pieces in place that you cannot see yet. Just keep walking with me step by step, day by day, and watch the path unfold. My beloved daughter, listen closely. For this is my heart speaking directly to yours without any barriers, even when you don't understand yourself, even when your emotions are a tangled mess. I understand you perfectly. I see what you're carrying. I see the confusion that clouds your mind and the silent tears that fall when you are alone in your room. I see the moments you question who you are, wondering if you have lost your way or if you have what it takes to keep going. I know your struggles intimately. I know the fears that wake you up at 3 a.m. I feel your pain as if it were my own, and I want you to know that I have never looked away from you, not even for a blinking second. Every up and down you faced, every mountain and every valley, I was there walking right beside you. Very time you held on by a thread, when everything in your humanity wanted to give up and quit, I was there sustaining you, and I still am here. I am not going anywhere. I've already made a way of escape for you. The exit door from this trial is already built. I've already prepared a breakthrough on the other side of this storm, a blessing that is waiting for you to arrive. All I ask is that you trust me with the process, trusting that I know the way better than you do. Trust me not because it's easy, I know it is hard, but trust me because I am faithful and I cannot lie. Even when you don't have the answers, even when the logic doesn't add up, remember that I am the answer. You must change how you see yourself, my child, because in you I created a warrior, not a victim. You are not weak, no matter how tired you feel right now. You are not forgotten, no matter how silent the phone is. You are a woman clothed in strength, heaven's strength, which never runs dry. You are adorned with a beauty that comes from within, a glory that no one can take from you. So rise up, daughter, dry your tears and stand tall in the authority I have given you. Walk in the power of my might, knowing that you are backed by the armies of heaven, because I have placed my hand of blessing upon your head, and what I have blessed, no man can curse. You are not alone. I am with you, closer than your very breath. I am watching over you like the apple of my eye, protecting you with a jealous love. You are my masterpiece, my greatest creation, and I am putting you on display for your enemies to see. You are deeply loved with an everlasting love, and you are never, ever forsaken. My child, this message has found you for a reason, to arm you against the plans of the enemy and to remind you of your victory. But the battle requires daily armor and daily bread. To ensure you stay connected to this divine protection and receive the daily guidance you need to navigate this season, I have one important request. Please click the subscribe button right now. Do not let this connection break. Join this family of faith and let us walk together into the breakthrough that has already been prepared for you. Subscribe now and claim your victory.